It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Friday, the 8th of September. I'm Michael Groff. 105 degrees was our high yesterday in the valley. Then some strong storms rolled their way in last evening. Gusty winds, a 54-mile-per-hour wind gust at Sky Harbor. Blowing dust, reduced visibilities, a good light show. A few spots saw some rain. But today, we're going to have an increasing chance of showers, thunderstorms. Some of those storms could be strong, maybe severe this afternoon. The flash flood potential increases today as well. And all eyes in the weather world remain on Irma. Let's talk about it as we look outside this morning at 7:30 a.m. A partial view of my backyard there. Sisu trees and all pointed to the south-southwest. Mostly cloudy skies right now. 82 degrees at Sky Harbor. Dew points at 61. Humidity 48%. Winds are light. Barometer is rising. Temperatures around the area this morning, upper 70s to mid 80s here in south central Arizona. The water vapor satellite view, big trough in the east, and that's going to help turn Irma to the north. You see Irma over there on the right-hand side of your screen. Ridging here in the southwest states, troughing to our west. Here's the radar this morning at 7:20 a.m. A few light showers going on across the West Valley right now. Some embedded heavier showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm further to the south across western Pinal, southern Maricopa, central Pima County. Those are moving north, so we can't rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm this morning through the valley. Here's the watch warning map. We have flash flood watches here in the southwest. We'll talk about that more in detail in just a moment. And in the Pacific Northwest and much of the northern Rockies, even out into the Plain States, excessive fire danger. The wildfires continue to burn there. Lots of smoke, lots of problems, and those aren't going away anytime soon. Meanwhile, across South Florida, they now have hurricane warnings in effect. West Palm Beach, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Key West, Fort Myers. Storm surge warnings in many of those same locations as well. And hurricane watches extend further to the north across much of central Florida. Here in Arizona, we are under a flash flood watch today. A closer look at that. Maricopa, Yavapai, western Coconino, Mojave, La Paz, and Yuma counties involved in that. That includes places like Phoenix, Gila Bend, Prescott, the Grand Canyon, Kingman, Lake Havasu City, Bullhead City, Parker, Quartzsite, Yuma, all in the flash flood watch from 2 p.m. this afternoon until midnight tonight. On the convective outlook, a marginal risk of severe storms later this afternoon for many of those same locations and extending into southeast California. The primary risk will be strong, damaging, straight-line winds from storms this afternoon. Check at the tropics. Here's our trio of hurricanes. We've got Katia over the Bay of Campeche, Jose in the middle Atlantic, and Irma sitting there this morning. This is the visible satellite view off the northeast coast of Cuba, moving into the central Bahamas. And the latest advisory from the Hurricane Center, maximum sustained winds 150 miles per hour. Now a Category 4 hurricane. Yes, it has weakened just a bit, but no one should let their guard down about this. I mean, it is still a dangerous, life-threatening storm as it continues to churn through the Bahamas. Obviously, hurricane warnings there, the north coast of Cuba, South Florida, as we've discussed. And the official track from the National Hurricane Center basically takes it right up the center of the Florida Peninsula into Georgia and ultimately into Tennessee. The tropical model's in pretty good agreement here, well clustered over the east or central part of the Florida Peninsula. The GFS ensemble is actually shifted back to the left again with this storm, so all of the models in fairly good agreement, and you see the European in good agreement as well. All right, let's look at some of the deterministic models and see where that takes us as well as we talk about our weather in more detail. Here we go to the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time today. High pressure to the east, a developing trough to our west. Southerly flow between those systems means plenty of moisture on the increase. Pretty good upper level dynamics coming into play this afternoon as well. Instability. So the net result is a partly sunny sky today, a chance of showers and thunderstorms through the day. About a 50-50 shot that we'll see rain. Highs this afternoon will be cooler than that which we've experienced in recent days. We'll be in the mid to upper 90s. It is very likely we will not get to 100 degrees this afternoon. And looking at some of the dynamics, the atmospheric parameters, the instability, this is the Cape this afternoon at 5 o'clock coming off the NAM. Look at these numbers. Values up around 3,000 joules per kilogram across southwest Arizona. And even here in south central Arizona, Phoenix, Gila Bend, values between 1,000 and 1,500 joules per kilogram. So plenty of instability to fuel showers and storms through the day today. This is the NAM at 6 o'clock tonight. Scattered showers and thunderstorms across much of southern Arizona. I think a pretty good concentration of storms will be in place across southwest and southwest Arizona, southeast California, where the best dynamics are. But I think we have a pretty good chance of storms today. Of course, the big threat will be strong, gusty, damaging winds and flash flooding. Now, while these storms will be moving pretty quickly, there could be some training of echoes with pretty good unidirectional shear in play. So the idea of flash flooding definitely on the table. Here's the HRRR at 6 o'clock tonight. The radar won't look exactly like this, but again, the idea of scattered showers and thunderstorms moving into the valley later this afternoon and tonight. And we could see storms through the day today. Understand that. The risk is there all day, but they will be most numerous this afternoon. The HRRR at 9 o'clock, same thing, showers and thunderstorms around. Now tomorrow, the risk of showers and storms will still be with us. The atmosphere is somewhat worked over, but with those upper level dynamics in play, the atmosphere could turn over pretty quickly through the afternoon tomorrow. So another chance of showers and thunderstorms, heavy rain still possible. The flash flood potential may be a bit less, but still can't rule out an isolated spot or two seeing some flash flooding. Highs tomorrow, again, upper 90s to about 101. Sunday, upper 90s to 102. Partly sunny skies and a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. I think we're going to start to see some drier southwesterly winds come in here, and our chances of rain will decrease through the day. The better chances over the higher terrain. Obviously, Irma will be the other big story this weekend. Let's talk about it. Here's 8 a.m. Sunday morning, Irma over the Florida Keys, and that's just a really bad look. The pressure won't be that low with this system. However, it will still be a major hurricane. Category 4 in all probability. 140, 150 mile per hour max sustained winds pounding the southern tip of Florida at that point. By 8 p.m., the storm continues to move north. This is 2 a.m. Monday morning. The storm somewhere just east of Lakeland, heading up toward Orlando. So on the Atlantic coast side, winds gusting over 100 miles per hour, and even on the west coast of Florida. You're not going to escape tropical storm force winds sustained with some hurricane force gusts. So Sarasota, Tampa Bay, Newport Richey, Brooksville, those places, all going to see strong tropical storm force winds, maybe even some hurricane force wind gusts. But anywhere along and east of the eye will be where the worst of the weather is. Some tornadoes will occur in those areas on the Atlantic coast side, and the strongest winds will be in play. And of course, the heaviest rains also, with amounts anywhere from 8 to 13 inches or so of rain. Now, it's not going to be a Harvey situation. We're not going to see 50 inches of rain from this storm. It's going to be moving. Here it is by Monday night, or Tuesday morning, actually, at 2 a.m. Eastern time. The storm is approaching Atlanta as it continues to move. Now, it'll be a tropical storm at this point, but still putting down some heavy rain, and an isolated tornado can't be ruled out along and east of the circulation center. For us on Tuesday and for much of next week, we start to dry out. Westerly flow around here, and temperatures warming back up to around 101 to 105. And the center of whatever is left of Irma at that point is located over the Tennessee Valley. Let's go ahead and go out to a week from today. This is Friday, the 15th of September. Pretty good troughing coming into the west, and if this verifies, temperatures will be cooling off pretty significantly down into the mid and upper 90s. Of course, we'd be dry if this is right. As for Saturday the 16th, still some troughing around, ridging trying to build back in from the southern plain states. And then this is the end of the forecast period, Sunday the 17th of September. A very low confidence solution. High pressure building in from the east, a cutoff low to the west, and a tropical system down there near the Baja Spur. And in that scenario, we might be affected by it. But look, it's 10 days out. It's a tropical system. I know it's been a very active season. We'll watch it carefully, but nothing to worry about right now. Temperatures coming off of the GFS ensemble through the period. Cooling it off for the next couple of days. Warmer next week. Cooler the following weekend. And look at those overnight lows getting down into the low 70s, which means many spots in the valley would be down in the 60s by the middle part of the month. That looks good. And that'll do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. If you like our videos, subscribe to us. That way every time we post a brand new one, you'll get the notifications. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Be safe out there. Stay dry unless you're like me and you like to run through the rain. Have a great Friday.